Why is that there? Why is that there? That's weird. My room is so red. I don't like that. See, like the lighting in here looks great, but the camera is just being a big old jerk. That looks decent. Yeah, that's not good. That's decent. That's good. Okay. We're doing it. We're streaming. That's exciting. I keep saying that. It's exciting every single time. This is how the beginning of every single stream starts. I say we're streaming, and I say that's exciting, and then like a good 4 or 5 of them now, I've commented on the fact that I say the same things every single time. So even the things that I'm saying right now is unoriginal, except the thing that I'm saying now. The thing that the fact that I'm referring to the fact that I'm referring to me saying the same thing every time. That's an original statement. So maybe we'll just like keep riding this train for a while, and it'll get weird, probably. You know, I feel sometimes I just feel bad pinging the Discord all the time. I'm sure some people mute it, but we're doing it. That's the problem, is if I ping the Discord all the time, then like eventually when I like want to release music or some shit, you know, then it's gonna lose some of the oomph, you know, some of the power. Okay, we're making Glitch Hop, and it's in 23 notes per octave. This is an older song from 2-ish, 3-ish months ago, something like that. It is made by taking the MIDI notes from a Easley Blackwood etude in 23 notes per octave, and then shuffling it around and putting in a bunch of synthesizers, and then laying drums and stuff over it. So it sounds something like this. You what, mate? What? Oh, I'm so stupid. We have I'm so dumb. We have this guy over here too. I recorded it out. so we have this this drop is kind of it bangs. It's pretty good. This second drop over here sucks. The transition is kind of weird. So this is what we got. That bit doesn't work at all, so we're not going to do that. Idea. What if we I want kind of random bias distortion, right? Asymmetric distortion that adds even harmonics but via bias, and I want it to happen randomly, right? I guess I could just put a LFO doing random shit there, but I was thinking I could yeah, actually that's gonna be the best way. Hey, what's up, Nathan? Waiting for 24. No, 24 is the worst. 24 is the absolute worst. It's the go-to. Everyone goes to 24. Specifically, just because it's double 12. But like that's boring. I don't want to have any notes from 12 in it. I want it to be weirder. You know, 23 is where it's at. 23 is prime, bro. It's a prime number. 24, well, 24 is highly composite. 22 is also pretty chill. 22 is pretty chill because if you think about it, 22 is double 11 and 11 is 1 away from 12, which makes it really different from 12, if that makes any sense. Like if you think about, like, you take a stick, you divide the stick into 12 chunks, right? If you were to take another stick and then divide that stick into 11 even chunks, the division markers of those 11 chunks are going to be as far away as you possibly can from 12 with, like, you know, an easy step, right? So 11 is basically completely alien to 12, which means 22 is like super alien to 24. But that means 23 is even more alien. And 23 is a prime number, so it fucking slaps. Exactly. Yeah, it's good. And by good, it's actually like mathematically one of the worst tunings you could possibly get that also has that many notes. It's like it's really interesting in how bad it is while also having a ton of notes. So you have a lot of possibilities, but they're all out of tune with the harmonic series pretty much. So you have to like think fucking weird, you know? Anyways, the name of the song is the placeholder is Ancient Mew, because it makes me think of it sounds like the Ancient Mew Pokemon card. It's got that vibe. So I was thinking about your Ancient Mew card when I was making this. Yeah, this is yeah. It's like alien hieroglyphs, you know. It's got that sound. I don't know. That's the color. If someone were to say, "What's the color of this song?" you would say it's a holographic, shiny, neonish, purplish, weird Pokemon card. That's the color of it. I'm telling you. And then I gotta take. Where this shit? All this stuff over here. Oh yeah, I was doing this thing with the sub earlier. I totally forgot. Got all distracted. Wait, where are you now? Now I don't know where you're at. The bass horn question mark. You know, what if we take a? It is on that vibe. Exactly. It's like ancient hieroglyph, like ancient aliens in Egypt, you know. But ancient aliens in Egypt aren't real, so it's Pokemon instead, because it's basically that vibe. Alright, that's not... It's kind of weird. That could possibly work for something at some point, maybe. Anyways, I want to take these guys. This here. This is... I want you to... And then we gotta put the drums back. Alright, so we're gonna have actual drums in this section. And then let's take the snare. The snare, we're gonna move up. And then we have to start removing some stuff because there's too much shit going on. So we'll get rid of this. And then there's too much stuff going on, man. Well, the thing I want to add here, it's just playing notes constantly, so it's obviously going to take up a lot of space, right? Maybe we'll just get rid of some of that. turn that on. Hey, what did I do in the intro over here? I like how there's that empty space there. Like, imagine if the drums are just active in this section, you know? So maybe we'll just take this, get rid of that. Maybe. Let's get rid of all the chords over here. Maybe, the bass be angry the whole time. Didn't I have... Yeah, we had this kind of stuff going before. Hey, what's up, Gordon? I mean Zenpilled. I mean, person whose alias I only know as the handle that they have displayed. We're doing 23 because it's the best. It's the best. This song, this is from a couple months ago. I may have showed you like a work in progress of this a while ago, but I'm making changes. Yeah, I figured Gordon this time. But this is this Blackwood 23. I took the MIDI from that and then just like started cutting it around and stuff. And it just kind of slaps. So the original section I had was over here. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. And then I just made this more, I feel like it's more dancey over here. This section is a little bit better. Figure out this section over here. I think we got to do more stuff with the bass and maybe try to make the bass follow this crazy ass fucking thing here. I don't know how the fuck is gonna do that. It's also inharmonic. Yeah, I'm doing, because this is when I was exploring timbre a lot with 23, because you know 23 is really fucking fickle when it comes to the timbres we're using. So when that happens, just make it inharmonic. So you just do FM from like a weird inharmonic or just like weird ass interval, right? And then you get a bell sound. And bell sounds are perfect. It's kind of like gamelan, honestly. Yeah, FM is good. FM is good. I didn't really understand FM or know how to do anything cool in FM until learning microtonal theory and just like understanding how JI works. Speaking of JI, I don't know if you've seen Cam Taylor's 53 EDO Lumitone video. But it's fucking crazy. I highly, highly, highly recommend you watch it. I feel like it like made everything about composition and how people might play in Just Intonation. It made all of it click. It is super educational. The only downside is it's kind of like self-harm and that you're gonna really, really want a Lumitone after watching it. So be careful. But it was really fucking cool. I felt my brain expand, you know. Yeah, it's a goodie. What's up, Uranium Coffee? How you doing? Okay, we need to make more bass sounds. That's what we need to do. Where's the bass? This is the bass patch. Let's just copy. Let's just copy this thing. Yours is in the mid. No, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Are you serious? Are you for real or are you trolling? Oh my god. I'm excited for you, man. That is really, really cool. Unless you're trolling, in which case I feel really bad for being excited now. But goddamn. That doesn't sound anything like the god damn, dude, you fucking deserved it, man. Oh, I'm so excited for you. That's so exciting. Holy shit, when did you buy it? When did you do this? Oh goddamn, the Gordon streams are gonna be. Oh. What the fuck? Why? Legato. Okay, let's just record some of these out and then maybe I'll use them. Yeah, it's fucking exciting. You need to start streaming at more reasonable hours. Because I even when I sleep at like 2, you're like streaming at like 3:30. It's bumming me out. I'm trying to be there, I'm telling you. Okay. We got, I don't know if I'm gonna use any of this. Maybe. Got this. After the album, you go back to earlier streams? For sure. Well, I will, whenever the Lumitone takes about 8 to 12 weeks. Oh yeah, because they like, it's made to order. Everything ordered about a month ago. So about 1 more month to go. Whenever you get it, I will, if you're still not streaming at reasonable hours, I'll for sure be watching the VODs. That's fucking cool, because like, yeah, dude, with your dedication and your like discipline, like with how good you've gotten at just the instrument, and like, oh, it's exciting, and you'll have a flashy thing for your stream, and then more people will watch it. How exciting! How do I make this? Yeah. And then let's beef this the fuck up with OTT. This is not gonna. It's being weird. My cats keep opening my door while people are playing piano in my house. We'll just copy this thing over, and then maybe we'll hit it with a filter beforehand. Yeah, my next the next big thing that I spent on myself in a stupid way will or surely be a living tone. Oh, that's crazy. It's like a fart. It's like a really wet, bubbly fart. Like from below in the song. That's fucking nuts. It's not gonna work, man. No OTT. Let's go to that bit. And let's just go somewhere else. What do we have over here? These all suck. Yeah, these are all terrible. They're all just miserable. I mean, it is really slow. Those have awful clicks at the beginning. Oh, I hate it here, man. Okay, let's just go back for a second and think about, do I need to add cool bass sounds? Another thing. So we have this guy. Take this. Let's just get an FM. Some FM bass thing. And that is just, I don't know, I just really like that. That. I didn't mean for that to happen, just everything started lagging right when I pressed play. Just go down. Okay, maybe we get rid of all the busy shit, honestly. All the busy shit go away. kind of chonky. It is kind of chonky there. You know, it's kind of crazy. I understand. I know I have ears too. I can hear it, but. Holy shit. Kind of crazy. It is a little bit crazy. What can we do? I want to like warm it up, but not making it sound super distorted and crazy, which I don't know if that's even fucking possible, man. We can take LFO. Oh, Ableton. Come on. What was that? I didn't even do anything crazy, man. A bummer. That is a bummer. Let's go. I don't know, this one. Okay, yeah. let's see what Ableton just broke. It broke a lot of things. That's annoying. Don't like it when Ableton crashes and breaks my things. I don't like it, not one bit. Not at all, not at all. Come on. Come on, man. Isn't there supposed to be way more? Oh. Thoughts on Ableton versus Bitwig? I mean, it seems like Bitwig, there's a good argument for Bitwig being better, and a lot of the like producers that I look up to most in the world have like switched from Ableton to Bitwig. It seems that Bitwig is more stable. The grid is like really, really powerful. Ableton has Max for Live, which is cool. I think Ableton's better at microtonality at the moment. It used to be that Bitwig was better, I think, to my understanding, but then Ableton got added. You can import tuning files directly into Ableton, and then every single Ableton synth gets, you know, retuned, and the piano roll gets changed, and you can label notes on the piano roll and shit. So for the moment, I think Ableton is way better for microtonality. Though maybe I'm missing something with what you can do with Bitwig, maybe. Again, stability is like a big thing, but also I tend to be using weird Max for Live plugins that are inherently unstable, and like my process is definitely like there's a lot of shit going on all the time. So like that is also something that I could avoid if I just was, you know, a little bit more intelligent about how I compose stuff. But that's just but then I would, you know, I would sound different if I didn't do that, so I don't know. I don't know. I'm deep in Ableton. I think I'm stuck with Ableton. It's the way for me. Though I think Bitwig is cheaper. And isn't there like free updates for life or something if you buy Bitwig? And I know it's super powerful. So I don't know. I don't know. Really, my only beef with Ableton, honest to God, the only problem I have with it whatsoever is stability. The stability thing can be a really big pain in the ass sometimes. So, that's my biggest complaint. But and again, I've never used Bitwig, so I really can't say much. So, but the only thing I think that like objectively, I think Ableton has over Bitwig is Ableton has Max for Live, which is more powerful than Bitwig's grid. Bitwig's grid is more powerful than building racks within Ableton. So there's like building racks in Ableton, and less than the grid, which is less than Max for Live. However, Max for Live is like its own thing if you want to learn to make stuff in Max. But you can also just download other people's Max for Live stuff. So that's also a thing. Yeah, I haven't looked into it too much because I'm sucked into Ableton. I feel like my YouTube channel is dedicated to like teaching weird shit you can do with Ableton, so I'm kind of stuck here. Also, I'm stubborn, and I don't want to relearn. I don't want to relearn everything. I'm already really good at Ableton. I don't want to redo the entire process and relearn stuff for what appears to me to be a marginal increase in productivity, if there is any increase. If not, it might just be a different approach to things. But I don't know. I'm not sure you're gonna make your own Max for Live. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I guess I've technically made like a couple, but I've mostly just like rerouting and redoing already existing ones. But I don't know. But again, you can just download other people's Max for Live devices, which is like huge. But Ableton is pretty fucking pricey. So yeah, I don't know. Those are my thoughts on it. I think Ableton also, there's like more people using it, so it's easier to watch tutorials on how to do shit. That's probably the biggest. What's up, Inside Games? I think like one of the biggest arguments for using Ableton over other things is just the community, your ability to network with it and do collaborations with it, and other tutorials and stuff. It's just much easier to learn to do cool shit with it. So I know like other DAWs are growing and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know. This guy. This needs to be fatter. Like, it needs to be outrageously fat. It's like stupid. Just wait. Do I have sausage fattener still? I don't. Oh. We have the fat rack. Fat rack to make it fat. Let's make each of these a little different. Just a little different, you know, just different amounts of distortion. This thing, maybe we'll cut this thing out here. Here's an issue. When Ableton crash, this is a problem with Ableton. When it crashes and you're using, well, in particular, certain Max for Live devices that map to a bunch of stuff, they can unmap when it uncrashes. If you try to restore your data, it's annoying. There you go. I think if I if I didn't use these weird Max for Live plugins, it probably would never crash. If I use only like stock stuff, you know. But I'm doing shit that ain't kosher. Romeo was good. That's gonna go there. No, we're bringing it back. We're bringing Tuning of the Year back. It's happening. I'm posting in the thing again. I got the fire lit underneath me. I'm ready. I'm ready to bring it back. At the very least, Tuning of the Year W, the one that wins, W, we're bringing it back. We just have to be active in the thing, I think, and then people will take part again. Also, I think a lot of people forgot or don't know that it even exists because we're the only ones seeing the forum posts. So we need to start astroturfing and talking about Tuning of the Year in the normal chats and heckle people. But regardless, it was a massive success, even if we only had like a month or two of getting a ton of other people to study things that we are interested in. So I kind of co-opted your idea, honestly, and I got a bunch of people to get obsessive over 23. So that's a win in my book, man. But I think it'll get reinvigorated. Wad Wizard in the Discord, he's still active and interested, and Stephen Weigel. Weigel's everywhere though. I don't know. I think I think people will like take part when it gets active. You know, if you're doing cool shit in it, then that'll attract people to it. You know, so I don't know. I'm still planning. I am figuring out. I'm trying to figure out the music theory videos. I want to do intro to microtonal music theory. And I have a series of videos planned out. But basically, I'm just gonna do just intonation as an intro, right? Intro. What are intervals? What's JI? Just the very basics of RTT. Then I'm gonna do mosses and scales. And then I think once I do that, then I'm just going to go straight into just dissecting and analyzing different tunings. So I'll do one on 23. I'll do a whole video just talking about the cool discoveries that we've made in 23 and how I've been using it in composition and shit. I think that could all be really interesting. You notice a lot of 22 stuff getting posted in new music. Yeah, I've also noticed like 23 is now a respected and talked about tuning in the server where I feel like it was never mentioned ever before. So like at the very least we gave both of those tunings a lot more life, you know? Because like it's not like someone's gonna make some songs in it and then never touch it again. Now they know how to compose in it, right? So now like 23 is at my disposal. Like I recently made a thing in 29 EDO, and the thing in 29 has dual fifths, or it has triple fifths, I guess. It has a good actual fifth, and then it has like a Mavilla fifth and an irotonic fifth or whatever. And so I was able to compose very similarly to how I do in 23, just in an anti-diatonic scale, you know, except it's like way more flat. So like the tools that it's given me is crazy. Stephen Weigel's given 23 a bit of love on Now and Zen. Yeah, I was listening to... I'm finally listening to some of the podcasts. I just listened to the Brendan Burns one, and that one was super, super interesting. Assuming, I don't know if they did more than one, but it was like the 10th podcast that they did or something. So I'm still just kind of like digging through and trying to find like interesting artists. But I've been Brendan Burns pilled. The new Brendan Burns album is very good. It is very good. I've been digging it. Is a hoot. And no 29 had anti. Yeah, it's a 660-cent fifth. Whereas 23, I think 23 is 670. I think. No, that can't be right. It's like 680. 23 EDO. Where are we at? Come on. Give me 678. So 680 cents. So it's got like 18 cents worse of a flat fifth, but it still sounds, structurally, it still sounds good, I think. It sounds less like a fifth as before, but I don't know. I was able to make, yeah, 662. I was able to make something that sounded like decent. Here, I'll show you the. Here's the thing. So we start off in diatonic, and then he's a recurring guest. Oh, good. Oh boy, because yeah, he's good. So we start off in diatonic in the beginning, and then I switch over. So we're in Aeolian, right? And then we switch over into anti-mixolydian, and anti-mixolydian is actually the closest to Aeolian, because anti-mixolydian is the third darkest scale in anti-diatonic, and Aeolian is the third darkest scale in diatonic, right? Because like if you think about fucking Dorian is right in the center, you know, of like the brightness modes or whatever. Aeolian and anti-mixolydian are they're like and mixolydian, Aeolian and mixolydian are on opposite sides, and so when you swap the darkness, anyways, that's what I'm doing. Like it just gets stinky, you know? It's like it feels like I'm playing the same scale but stinkier. I make all the notes just a little bit fucked up, and we're like, all right, we're getting fucked up now, and it's got. I don't know it. I was completely unfamiliar with 29. Somebody said, "Hey, why don't you try 29?" And I saw that had an anti-diatonic scale, and then I made that thing. But the song's like it's pretty simple, but it's got a good premise. It's short and sweet. It does the thing. It's dancey. It sounds kind of like you're playing an accordion, you know, with the like offbeat chords the whole time. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Wait, what did you say? Nautilus? I still don't understand what porcupine is. I feel like every single time people talk about porcupine, I look it up. I look up what porcupine is, and then I still don't understand it, and then I forget immediately. So temperament generated. Oh god. Generated by minor whole tone. Okay. 2 makes 6/5, and 3 of which creates a perfect fourth. Such as the generator represents 10/9. Oh, there's so many rules. Okay. Okay, perfect fourth is divided into 3. Minor third is divided into 2. Okay. Okay, that's porcupine. Gotcha. Maybe I like Nautilus more since it's more notes. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know. I've heard. I feel like porcupine is one of the most talked about temperaments. But I just like I don't understand what it even is, and I've never like been gripped really by what it sounds like. But I don't know much. See, look at how much fucking music's been made in it. That's just what's on the Zen Wiki. It's crazy. It's just 2 porcupines offset. Gotcha. That yeah that makes sense. Like what do you? It's probably not a good example. Yeah, let's find. Where April Porkfest, Tuning of the Month Suite Volume 1, Minnow, Cellular Automaton. I know him. Okay, it's just a scale. It's kind of cool. Oh. Gotcha. It's like a whole tone scale that kind of makes sense. This is pretty cool. It reminds me of Plantasia a lot. Kind of underwhelming and lopsided harmonically. What do you mean by lopsided? Like the interesting harmonic ideas are only in like one part of the scale, I imagine, or like the things that sound good or whatever. Anyways, yeah, I've never really understood Porcupine, but you said earlier. I've gone down this whole rabbit hole. I really feel like I haven't. I spent like the past like month. I was ranting about it to you on your stream that I've been trying to mix and master an EP, and I basically overcooked it entirely, and it sounds like dog shit now, and so I'm giving up on it for the time being, and now I'm just gonna go back to having fun and making music. So now we're back in the microtonal world. You get standard triads on it, but the arrangement is different. Like the hobbled scales, everything is weighted to one side. Oh, interesting. 7 notes, so it's not a Moss. It's not, I guess it didn't say specifically. I feel like if it was a Moss, it would say immediately, but also I can't trust the Zen Wiki to put anything that makes sense as an overall descriptor in the beginning of it. Oh, it does have Moss scales that fit this. Okay. One large, 6 small. Weird. That makes sense, though. That's where, like, the whole tone kind of vibe comes from. And 7 large, 1 small. Oh, see, yeah, no, I clicked on these because I was interested in Porcupine, and I forgot. Because I just keep forgetting it is a Moss. Or it's, like, something that a Moss can be. Right? Okay. Okay. Weird. And 7 large, 8 small. Rocklodic. Similar to the Rocklodian scale and Famanon. Famanon. Oh, it's world building. Okay. What is Famina? Famina Wiki. Is it a video game? Is it a book? Now I just want to know. It's the main page. Tell me. I don't know. Google's crashing. Oh. Nothing's working. There we go. Okay, we're getting out of that hell. I started spiraling. It's technically Porcupine. Porcupine is a rank 2 temperament, which is the same thing. Well, I think a Moss is like a rank 2 temperament that has a couple added criteria to it on just how the scale is made. But I don't know. Anyways, in summary, I still don't know how I feel about Porcupine. But 23 is good. Right, so we're adding bass notes over here. We're making this part real chunky. Real chunky. Yeah. This like, yeah, that annoying like high-end white noise bullshit at the very beginning is super annoying. I'm wondering if we could just like clean this up with an autopan. Invert. Almost. It's just easier if I just automate it, man. I can't. Because I was hoping the shape, twisting the shape knob would like push it all towards the top, but it's just turning into a square wave. I don't want it to be a square wave. And we'll just duplicate this over. Whoa. Too chonky. Too chonky. Whoa. That was kind of cool. Whoa, relax, man. Chill out. A lot of bass. It's a little bit much, I know. We need to cut the drums here for a second, just to make it stretch for some, you know. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm digging that. do it over again. I feel like it's something you just kind of only can do at the beginning of like a switch up, but I kind of want to do it again. Cool. Can I just do this again? Yeah, I guess I should copy this on the other side, copy the delay send again. That's so much wider. That sounds terrible. I'm copying the same processing. We got ROAR into OTT into fat rack. A different amount of fat. So how much fat? It's the same. What's wrong? Let's go back and listen on my monitors. I know the sub is getting blown the fuck out. Deal with it right now. base switch up is stupid. Let's just copy the thing we did before. Yeah, we're just copying this section over. Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna do the same thing over again. Same fucking thing. Same fucking thing. This section kind of suck. Just relative to this other thing, now I'm just like, I don't know, man. This part over here is kind of cool. There's a like a resampled bell thing somewhere. I don't know where it is. Hello, Magnus. Thank you. Where the heck? Where the frickin' heck? Oh, it's right there. Yeah, we don't need that. We don't need you there. I need to organize this project file. This is a complete clusterfuck. This is awful. Hold on. Give me like 2 minutes. I'll be right back. Sorry. Is that sounding awful on your end too? Is it like glitching? No Comic Sans? Yeah, good eye. Yeah, why is that glitching on the stream? There's like a latency issue on OBS. I don't know. Weird. Very weird. I mean, it's avant-garde sound design. It was all intentional. Oh, it's just everything. What the fuck? What? I mean, that's... I think that's happening not just here. Oh, it's on my end. It's my fucking... Okay, I see. I'm restarting my sound thingy. Weird. There we go. Yeah, it was like the buffer wasn't like catching up or something on my end. I don't know. I just had to restart everything. Weird. Pan the whole time? That's embarrassing. Don't do that. Okay, it's getting a little bit better now, I think. Like the phrasing. What are you? Okay. Alright, it's getting better. What's up, Abnormality? How you doing? Thank you. The reason why it's cool is because it's in 23, which is the best. It's the tuning of the century. What happens if we, I don't know, maybe we can just get something cool. Oh. Sounds fucking awesome, dude. Reverse is good. Breaks back, yeah. I don't know if I have space to fit this in though, because it's already super busy. I kind of, yeah, no, I need to change something up over here, because it is, this section is too much like this section now. Maybe we can get rid of that. this timbre is kind of crazy. The timbre is kind of crazy. Let's just do that. Let's do that, and then let's squeeze it, and then let's make it condense. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Let's see if it works in context now. This section doesn't quite work how it comes in. Maybe it's just too loud. It might just be too loud, so we're blowing out. What happens if we... Let's lower it a bunch on complex mode, lower it like 2 octaves, and then blow it out with roar, and then set the bias really high. That's spooky. That's just a cool texture. I don't know if I can't really make that work though. I don't think, just like spectrally. Have this pan in from the left. I'll have this guy pan in from the right. Whatever where is that? It's just this guy sounds, it sounds like a female vocal mixed with this. Oh my god. Oh my god. Cold hard cash. Straight from Zenpill. Thank you. Oh my lord. Donations. That never happens. Oh man. I feel like I gotta do something special. Oh jeez. can like erosion this. I feel like I still need to talk about the cool donation. That's what the streamers do. They thank them for a really long time, right? Oh geez. This might be time for erosion. Usually I'm not crazy about there's this like Onklung fucking descending crazy thing. Is it this? I think it's that. No, it's this guy. This guy is fucking sick. But it's like a little bit too much. Let's cut the sub right here. The secret is microtones. That's why. That's also the drums. The drums are also cool, but we need to emphasize the gimmick and get more people into microtones. So the secret is microtones. I need to make this guy louder now. That sound is crazy, dude. That's so cool. Okay, the OTT is not the way. Ooh, oh, that actually sounds decent. I should probably clean up the sub base because there's like 4 subs playing at a time and it's stupid. We probably just do that, right? It's the same thing over here as well. I think we're just gonna do that the whole time. And then I take it back. I don't like transforming the wavetable. Sorry, I don't. I mean, you're already pretty wide. What if we make it more noisy? I just want this to poke through the mix more, but like there's so much shit happening that I don't think that's an option compositionally. Unless I just boost the fuck out of it. I mean, I can distort it, but then it won't sound right. See? And then this thing. Okay, cool. All right, let's go back here and assess. Let's save the project because I don't want the shit to crash again and then be really annoying. Come on, come on. Cool. Pretty good. Definitely, it just needs subtract work, I think, but like the phrasing and everything, all the ideas in this are, it's pretty fucking good. I'm pretty happy with this. It's heavy as fuck. Got some really alien sounds. It's good. It's good. Now, what the fuck do I do with this section over here? This section now sucks in comparison. I took all the good parts from this and then reworked into a way better thing. So I need to change this entirely. We need a whole different idea. A whole different idea. Alien funk, yeah. This section over here is super jazzy. This part's pretty cool. yeah, this jazzy section totally works, and it works really well as an outro. I think it brings the energy down a little bit. It gets pretty stanky, really leans into the dissonance, and like I don't know, it's just fucking cool. This before section kind of suck. The only purpose that this before section really does is it signals, it foreshadows the bass line thing later. Right, that guy gets foreshadowed in this section because it's just a higher pitch. And that's kind of a cool sound. Just the overall idea is, like, especially when you, like, if you compare it to this shit over here. So, what do? So we have this drop over here. I mean, I'm thinking I'm gonna copy and paste like this section into this and then try to transform it. I can't really, it's got its own unique idea, and the way that it starts is super fucking cool. Also I want to add erosion to the little the little droplet dude, you know. So I'm copying and pasting the old drop 2 over here. I'm about to delete all this shit, and we're gonna replace it with this guy over here. Then we need new ideas, yeah. Section, man. Oh lord, let's get rid of the chords for now and the droplet things, because it's all those are definitely from the previous section. Take care, Romeos. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. What do I put here? What do I put here? We're kind of we're bringing this idea out for a little bit longer in this breakdown. Just found random MIDI. I don't know. It goes kind of hard, but it kind of goes hard. Am I nuts? I think that could possibly work. I think so. But like sped up probably. Yeah, let's take this MIDI. What the fuck are you? Yeah. But it's like everything's super sped up, so I don't recognize these sounds at all from Blackwood. I mean, I'm using like a weird timbre. I want to hear Blackwood 23 now. I like Stephen Weigel's version of it the most. He has a really good... Bro, come on! Blackwood... Blackwood, Etude, 23 EDO, Stephen Weigel. How is it not popping up? We got other things by Stephen Weigel. Where's the 23 version? He has one where he like puts his own like sound quants and shit in there, and it sounds So good. Dude, we got this dude re-uploading Smollen's thing. We got multiple Blackwood 23 from Smollen. What is this algorithm? Did I not? Bro, I just want. Did I spell Steven right? Is it with an F or a... Yeah, it's a PH. It doesn't. It's gonna say an F or a V. It's neither. Tell me. Steven Weigel. I don't know, at the beginning. Like it has, we have this video here where he decomposes it. Is it not on YouTube anymore, maybe? You get copyright struck or something? That would be silly. Oh. Find a paywall? Steven Weigel? No way. Can't find it either? Huh. Weird. Very weird. I'm gonna heckle him in the Discord server. That's a bummer. Yeah, no, that was my favorite version of it, probably. We'll just do this one. So like a lot of the stuff is just coming from whatever this little flute thing up top is doing. I remember this etude when I first got into microtonality. I listened to all of these, and a lot of them I hated. This one I for sure hated. It was like the most alien sounding. I'm like, what the actual fuck is going on? And this one is like the most noticeable in terms of how my ear has changed and evolved to like appreciate. Oh, I found it. I dug through the Discord. Oh, it's on the Now and Zen podcast. It's not. That's why I was confused. Sounds way better. Anyways. Sounds cool. Let's go over here. Where did I put the scary thing? It goes kind of fucking crazy hard. It's offbeat, like, a little bit, because everything's fucking weird. Yes, this is microtonal. It's fucking crazy, man. I can just like duplicate this over. Wait. Where's the... That bit there is good. Yeah. I accidentally pasted it wrong. Let's find maybe other things we can loop. No, probably not. Maybe up an octave times 2. That's where, yeah, this is where the main like riff that I have that repeats over here comes from. I added some notes and shit, but okay, so let's go over here. Let's change the timbre. Oh, that's a weird feeling. It's like you're just changing the timbre itself of the thing to, and 363 over. Why does that feel way more in tune? Is that 215? Well, this isn't cents. This is out of divided into thousandths, so. I don't fucking know how this would convert into cents. I guess I have to multiply it by 12 over 10 to turn this into cents. It's weird. Tired of it. I need to do more shit and maybe not just have stuff played the entire time. I don't know. How do I not get tired of this so quickly? It doesn't make sense. Yeah. No. That bit's kind of boring. We have to do the whole thing. Yeah, we're just gonna do this, and then we're just gonna do this, and then shift it up an octave. Yeah. Forgot I changed the timbre. Oh lord. And then I don't know. Then we just gotta do like a bunch of fills and stuff. Hey, you managed to make my binaural stereo imaging Ableton rack perfectly, and you freaking love it. Good job. Fuck yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Spellbook is good. Yeah. Well, that sounds awesome and godly. It's got this kind of like biblically accurate angels kind of vibe. This kind of like Cthulhu-esque, discovered something from below that humans weren't ever supposed to lay eyes on. It's got that kind of vibe. Gilp 2 and Mr. Leaky are friends? Also, what's up, Mr. Leaky? I think we're gonna just put that over here. And then I don't know what to do with this, man. Let's just record this out and then we'll glitch it. ARP stuff. Maybe we'll mash this idea up and we'll hocket it back and forth with the previous idea. I don't know Gilp. Besides a brief interaction regarding the stereo imaging video. Ooh. The time I was sent to hell for defending Mr. Gordon chat was when I was defending poor Gilp from terrible lines. What was Gilp doing? What was Gilp doing? I'm sorry, what was Gilp accused of? Never. He just defends those from terrible lies. Though I feel like sent to hell for Mr. Leaky can be like scolded. Doesn't necessarily mean oh, I see. Mr. Leaky sent cellophane to hell. Get well soon, Mr. Gordon. Yeah, I believe that's because you asked about that. You're having trouble following the video, but it sounds like you ended up getting it all working perfectly. Yeah, you done learned the thing, which is very cool. It is very cool. I like, I'm a big fan when people follow along and do the video thing, you know? It's like I had a whole lesson and a whole idea plan, and I just yapped at a camera for a while, and then number go up on the thing, but that doesn't actually mean anything, you know? But then someone say they found it useful, and I'm like, oh, good. That's good. I don't know. I think something else. Gil was asking why Reaper was going red. Oh. Don't make the meter. Yeah, you don't want to make the meters red. Though I think my Ableton, the main often says red, but I think that's from like inner sample peaks or some shit. That's weird. You can do whatever you want, Gil. this guy here. How are we gonna do this? How are we gonna do this? We're gonna filter this thing out. I think what's gonna happen is it's gonna go real fast, and then after a bit, then we're gonna go into halftime, or we're gonna make the melody less fucking chaotic. I think that's what's gonna happen. And then we have to tease it, obviously. We're gonna tease it in over here, and then we'll put another auto filter or something. No room for improvement anymore in my perfect brain. I would say it's unfortunate, but it's not, because your brain's perfect. You can't improve anything. You make any changes, it's worse. Save the rack on an external hard drive. Nice. Oh, that little bit there suck. Oh, ow, that little bit there is just really not, I'm not a fan. What if we... Oh, whoa, wow, that's kind of cool. That's kind of neat. Kinda neat. Yeah, this is the not even good section of the song. I'm still trying to figure this thing out. That part like hurts my brain a little bit, but I kind of like it. I do kind of. It's like it's good for it being all hectic and chaotic. That's pretty good. Weird. I'd say glitch hop, psychedelic, microtonal glitch hop, probably. Alright, here, let's go back for a bit. Remember what the first half of the song sounds like. Let's see if there's any ideas we can take from this half. don't know what to do with this section really. There's some kind of cool ideas here, but what was the better version of Mr. Leaky? He doesn't have such a beautiful accent as you though. I know we all have our own strengths. You can't say one is a better version of another. The update. Mr. Leaky updated. Alright, maybe just no distortion. Everyone is the better version of someone else except one person. Oh, because they're the best. Wait, no, because they're the worst. One person is the worst because they can't be the better version of someone else. Oh, I just saw the entire graph, the entire tree of every person who is better than another person. No, we're not making fun of you. This is the culture. This is the culture of the chat. Mr. Leaky says unpredictable, zany things, and we play along. Yeah. Why do the drums do that? Also, I don't know how to bridge these two sections together now. What's with the drums, man? Okay, there we go. I don't know what the how am I gonna make this fucking section work, man? It gets super crazy fast, zany, wild. We can add. I do see the resemblance. You guys look a little bit like each other. What do we do? We add wobbly clams. When in doubt, add wobbly clams. They're so wobbly. And just distort it. Some good old. Whoa. Yeah, dude. That kind of ties it together in a weird way. It's very weird though. Like the first section is just a fucking banger. Like I think objectively bangs. The second section, it gets pretty fucking weird and abstract, but I think I've bought confidence in the listener for the second drop being really weird because the first one is really good, you know? I think so. I feel like what's really, I mean, I don't know. I've known Guilt for a solid like 20 minutes. 10 minutes, something like that. I feel like Leaky's attitude towards him has been the same. But okay, I'm missing lore. I am missing lore. I haven't seen the full story unfold. Let's get another ARP, another thing, and then let's just do sine waves that are pitch bending up and they go whoop, you know? Sine waves that go whoop. But lower. Just adding the whoop, 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 whoop thing, you know, this guy, like, makes it just fucking bang. What if we alternate right here? Ooh, hear me out. Just give me your attention for 2 seconds. What if we alternate with the whoop? The whoop does the opposite, you know? You know? That's some big brain shit. That is the biggest brain shit I done ever thought of, I think. It sucks. It's terrible. I'm taking rid of it. Wait. I just want this guy. Why doesn't this sound like that? Yeah, multi-map is buggy as fuck. If you open a saved rack, the multi-map is mapped. It's just lying to you. It's still twisting the thing, probably, maybe I'm wrong. But it'll say it's not mapped to anything. It is. It's lying. Multi-map is buggy as fuck. So, yeah, I should have made that a little bit more clear in the video. That, usually when, like, loading a project file or whatever, then the multi-map starts being a little fucking annoying. Yeah, or like if your file crashes and you haven't saved the rack with your multi-map, it might unmap the multi-map or some shit. But at the very least, like what it's mapped to when you reload a project file or bring in a thing, it might be buggy. Wait, we gotta do it like that. I'm a producer for my own tracks. Don't release new stuff. I don't release new stuff. You should release new stuff. You should try to. Releasing new stuff, it's a good challenge. It'll make you better. I'm working on that. It's fucking hard. Oh, you're a new producer. You want advice? Okay, big tips. Well, if you want to get good, produce often. Produce every single day. You get good by doing the thing, so you have to do it all the time. That's like, there's no real shortcut. The shortcut is to get feedback from people who are better than you. Also people who are like as good or worse, for people who aren't producers. Get feedback from people. Feedback is important, but get feedback from other producers. Give feedback as well. It trains your ear. It will help you gain perspective on like what mixes do and don't work with different techniques that you're not familiar to. So give and receive feedback is both important. And also listen to really good music and analyze it. So if you listen to nothing but not Newell, not new, you're new producer, not Newell producing. I don't know what you're saying. Anyways, listen to really good music and analyze it. So if you listen to nothing but like SoundCloud trap rap music that's like a distorted brick with this sounds like absolute dog shit, then you're gonna train your ear to think that is acceptable. So you should listen to music that sounds really good. So music with like dynamics, music that comes in like genres that really emphasize high fidelity sound systems and stuff like that, you know? You've been producing for 6 years? You're saying don't release new stuff as advice for a new producer trying to make it? I'm so lost as to what you're trying to say, but I hope what I'm saying is helpful. Yeah, so basically listen to good music, have a high threshold. Listening to good music raises your standard for what is good, you know? That's how you train your ear. And then produce all the fucking time. That's the number one. And then the other ones, give and receive feedback. Those are all pretty important. So if you do all of that and you actively keep at it, like I think that's probably the fastest way to improve. Transcribing music is also really important. It's really good. Find a song that you think is really cool, toss that shit in your entire timeline, and then try to recreate it and learn how the structure works. Try to recreate the sound design or just recreate the melody or chords or whatever. He's not new, just Newell. Don't release new tracks. This is how you make it in this dog-eat-dog industry. Oh man, Gordon, you got a good Mr. Leaky side. Mr. Leaky brings it out, I think. I didn't know you had it in you. Let's put this thing here. Yeah, listen to good music, give and receive feedback, make a lot of music, make a fuck ton of music. It's just about putting hours in. At the end of the day, all the best of the best, they just do this a lot. It goes kind of hard. I think does this idea kind of work? You're wandering in the desert with occasional stop at Mr. Puckable's Oasis ever since. Yeah, I've been wondering where you've been. Just stopping in to random other streams, dropping non sequiturs and Mr. Leakyisms, confusing people, telling them to get well soon, and then leave, wander into another stream, looking for a new home. But you always come back at some point to say hi. Check back in with people back home. You know, you're sorely missed, by the way, Mr. Leaky, in tuning of the year. Weird. Desperately need you in the 23 EDO fucking discipline, study, university, exploration, colonization. No, we can't say that's a bad word now. We're colonizing 23 EDO. We're doing it. Do you have a Gumroad with some of your audio recs? I have a Gumroad literally selling only my spatial audio 3-dimensional panning thing. So I assume you saw that video, but basically the video that you watched, the stereo imaging one, there's a follow-up one for how to do height illusions. And the height illusion rack is like super complex. The height illusion rack is basically the rack that you built.
And if you think about it,
but with a Max for Live UI that I added so that you can pan it in 3 dimensions. So you know how the rack that you built, it uses the spellbook as an XY axis thing, and so that is your UI, your user interface. But to get 3 dimensions is a lot more difficult, and I want to be able to pan things above and below or whatever. So this is the only thing that I'm actually selling on Gumroad. But if you want my racks and shit, I have a Patreon, and you can subscribe to my Patreon for like $15, and then you can download all the shit on it, and then you can just unsubscribe, or you can stay subscribed and keep giving me money indefinitely. But I don't know. There's a bunch of racks on here. There's like a fuck ton from like when I first started the YouTube channel. Basically all of my tutorials. So like the rack that you built, you could have bought it for $15. Though I do think it is way better if you build the racks yourself, because then you learn more, you know? Yeah. Yeah, this thing is a lot more intuitive. It does use way more CPU though, so it's better as like a sound design tool than it is like you putting it on every single track and trying to pan a bunch of objects around. I mean, you could put it on a track, pan it around in space, record that and flatten that down to audio, and then use it on a different track, and then you can start creating like a big binaural environment or whatever. But yeah, and again, like I said before, there's like other VSTs that do similar stuff. Mine is unique in that it applies like Doppler shift at the same time, as well as like panning in all three to on like all three axes, you know, roll, pitch, yaw, X, Y, and Z or whatever. And then also it uses reverb as a distance cue, because, you know, since it's a giant Ableton rack, you can input your own reverb of your choice inside of it, and then it will use that itself as a reverb cue. Whereas if you have like a external VST, it's not going to have reverb. It's just going to apply spectral cues and panning and stuff. Anyways, yeah, I would recommend that. Though, like, if you really wanted to and you wanted to learn Max MSP, you could learn. I kind of give you the tools and everything that you need to be able to build this. So it is possible. It'll be a hefty bit of work, but you would learn so much in the process that it would absolutely be worth it. Or you can give me money. That's actually better. Give me money instead, please. Thank you. You have MacBook Air M1s. I think my CPU RAM is more okay to use it. Yeah, you can use it for sure, but like you're just not going to be able to use like a bunch of them. Like some people had the idea that maybe they would like put one on every single track and then pan everything around like they're doing like Dolby Atmos panning. That's probably not going to be feasible because it uses a lot of CPU. But using it for a couple items or a couple sound stuff, like I have songs where I have it on like one or two tracks, and I'm just like, you know, it's like mostly just like a stereo track, but I have one single thing that's like flying around your head or whatever. That can be really cool, especially when there's a disparity. When everything's flying around your head, then it gets kind of confusing. When you have like one thing really like in your face and you're really abusing that height illusion, then it can be kind of cool. So yeah. Yeah. In my ambient music, so like I have an ambient mix. This guy, there's a bunch of little points where there's like sounds panning around your head and shit. I don't know where I would find it. There, right here. There's like a spaceship flying over your head, right? Shit like that. So like it's pretty good for individual sound effects to, you know, if you really want to like, I don't know, it could just make shit really pop out and sound really cool. Yeah, this whole section's fucking weird. Very weird. Don't know how I feel about it. Well, I think it's kind of cool. I'll make it work. And then this guy here. I think this thing starts off. definitely needs subtractive work. There's a lot of shit happening. I need to make each of the individual ideas pop out, but this is fine. This is really good progress for like a couple hours, right? Okay, what are we doing? So I guess if I still want to work on the song, we have this idea down for a second drop, where it gets really, really fast and hectic and shit. And then just jump straight into this, and this does not fit at all. At all. Maybe this will be an outro. I can shove this all the way over here. A nasty farty bass sound? Yeah, that's a goodie. I think that's just the sine compression bass from Frequent's sine compression bass tutorial. If you haven't seen that, Frequent has really, really good Frequent. He's got really good, like, kind of fundamental sound design videos. The first couple specifically. Sound Design 01, sine compression. Massive. The shit, like, kind of defined genres. And then his granulator one is huge also. Honestly, just these two. These two are fucking huge for, like, getting you started with sound design. At least they were for me when I started out. That singing sound again? This guy's, I love the sound of this. This playing with the melody. My thoughts on Serum 2? I don't use I don't really use VSTs enough to justify me having spent all this fucking money on all these different VSTs. I think Serum 2 is better than Pigments. Pigments has an additive synth. Now, Pigments has a modal synth, which is unique to it and sounds really cool, and that's a new addition. I like Pigments UI a lot more than Serum. However, when I'm using Pigments, I often run into weird-ass limitations or things that I can't do for no good reason. That's just been a kind of a recurring thing when I'm using Pigments. Serum, I don't think I've ever actually run into that. If there's something that I'm like, why can't I do this? It's because I just don't know how to do it yet, you know? But when you do things, when you do things according to plan and they go well, I don't know, I really like Pigments. Pigments is cool. And I fucking love additive synthesizers, and I like modal synthesizers a lot. So just in principle, how those two things work are really cool. I haven't figured out how to use Serum's spectral thing to make anything interesting. But I really like Serum's audio rate modulation stuff. So you can just like audio rate modulate literally any parameter within it. Steve Doodoo. Oh, this shit's so funny. I guess I want to put this guy in, back in over here. Yeah, Serum's easier to use. Serum's all around better, I think. But Pigments has some stuff unique to it. And I like this Pigments. Oh, hey, what's up, Tilda? It is 12 a.m. Pigments. Why? What was I saying? What was I saying? What were we talking about? Pigments does some things better. Serum is easier to use. Pigments has unique sounds. I don't know what the fuck I was saying. God damn it. What is clicking? What's clicking, man? I don't like it. Whatever, I'm just gonna ignore it. Pigments presets are fucking awesome. All the Pigments presets are amazing. Serum presets suck. They're just really fucking bad. Like almost all of them. I just don't want to use any of them. But Pigments presets, I use many of them frequently. I don't know what's up with that. Like, why does the better synth have worse presets? I don't know. Thank God Tilda wasn't here when Ableton crashed earlier. There's usually always someone who chimes in. New sample functions in Serum. Yeah, the sampling, the granulator, the way you can modulate, you can like frequency modulate samples and shit like that, and the fact that you can filter for, like, I had been looking for a while because I got really obsessed with audio rate modulation. So I would use an LFO with an Ableton and then tune the LFO to be moving at integer multiples of the frequency of the MIDI note using max MSP to like change the LFO frequency or whatever. However, the LFO in Ableton has like a hard limit at like 400 or 500 hertz before it starts Nyquisting back over. And there's nothing I can do about that. So to do interesting audio rate modulation stuff, you have to do it entirely within a VST, and I couldn't think of any of them that actually really do that. But Serum is really powerful, so you can, I mean, you could just directly modulate with any of the oscillators, any other parameters. You can like send a signal into a filter and then have the post filter signal go back and then frequency modulate something, and then all that shit, and then you can create like feedback loops, and you can do all sorts of super fucking crazy stuff. Also, I have been enjoying doing FM synthesis a lot with Serum too. Once I figured it out, I've always preferred using Operator, just because Operator is like really you can make cool sounds really quickly with Operator. It's just like right there. Also, it's a stock thing, so it's like easier to work with. But once you like set up, for instance, you get this guy to set both of these harmonics mode, right? And then you set this guy. I mean, you have frequency modulation and you have phase modulation. No, whoopsies. Right, and then you can set these to like interesting harmonic multiples. So you can set this to like 13, and this can be at like fucking 7. Except I want this to last a little longer. Thank you. Right, and then you can do cool shit. Well, that's a cool sound you can't normally get. Then we can also divide 13 by 8, right? Down 3 octaves is down 8 harmonics, because it's 2 to the 3rd power. You get cool shit. Now I got some like infrasonic fucking there's a nice user interface for working with like interesting JI ratios while doing FM synthesis. And then if you want to, you can then map the output of how do we do this? Do we map that there? How do I do this again? Mod source oscillators. Oscillator A. That's kind of annoying going into this thing, but now we got filter frequency modulation. It would be better if we did it from source. Let's undo, remove mod source oscillator C. Right, and then we'll set this to now. Again, it is kind of annoying that which is all very cool. Anyways, operator, seriously, at least 68% of why I bought Ableton. Yeah, operator is goated, and I'm just so fast with it. It's so CPU efficient. You can just chuck it in a thing and so quickly, like, especially when you get into layering stuff. Like half of the sounds on this are operator. I don't know. The better I get as a producer, the more I appreciate operator. Or like FM spectral shit, or people make. I haven't heard anything cool with the spectral. I haven't figured out spectral really at all. Sounds mostly just like, I mean, they're weird, unique sounds, but they've always kind of felt unusable. But they're like too weird. Bitwig operator, as good as Ableton one, is different. There's two kinds of things in that realm: one phase based, one frequency based. I think the UI is a lot nicer, but it lacks some of the features. I mean, phase modulation and frequency modulation kind of are the same. Kind of. Make custom waveforms. Really hope it was additive grid. Dude, yeah. Additive synthesis is the way. Absolutely. Like operator. Check out Zebra 2. Isn't Zebra? No, Zebralet. Zebralet is the modal synth, right? Which I should also get that because I think it's free, but I just have to, I got too many fucking plugins, man. I got too many. I don't want to make any space for any plugins unless it's an additive synth or a modal synth. And even then I still don't want to make space because there's too many goddamn plugins. But need to switch up over here. What do we do? What do we do? Can we just double? Oh yeah, we totally can. So easy. As a YouTube thing, wait, do you not have that on your streams? It just started like 2 days ago or 2 streams ago, and it's just whoever comments the most. It's stupid. It doesn't save between streams. I don't see what the point is. Like, it would kind of make sense if you got like currency or something. Like, it says like we have like, look, there's experience. Where the fuck? No, god damn it. Where? I just clicked on the gosh dang thing. So like there's how much experience everyone has for who typed in the chat, but then it all gets wiped. It resets every stream, so you try, so it's just comment a lot and it does nothing. I mean, I assume they're gonna do more with it later, like kind of like Twitch. I'm surprised they don't have like some equivalent of like the points that you get in Twitch or whatever. It's not on your streams. Oh. Huh. Okay, one of these is bad. Find a way to monetize it, make it linked to supers or something. Yeah, something like that. I feel like they've been really slacking in terms of like even slightly competing with like the shit that Twitch has. But if people donate their asses off on Twitch, well, something I noticed is just I think just people just don't donate to music producers because I think music producers are like broke, you know. And then like when it comes to like video game streamers, it's a lot of like people who are like watching on their like complete downtime or whatever. So like people who like just get home from work and have money to spend, just want to vegetate and watch someone play a video game. Maybe also like the parasocial connection thing that people build with watching someone complete a video game is different, so they're more inclined to give like money out to them or something. But like I know people who stream to much smaller audiences or have way fewer subscribers or whatever, but like more people will tune into their streams because it's video games, and then they also get donations out the wazoo. So I think it's just like different types of engagement and different types of people who donate different all sorts of stuff. Same thing with like advertisements and stuff. Like I think like financial advice channels or whatever, like if you're a cryptocurrency YouTube channel, like you make like 5 times more money from advertisements than you do from music things. I make like jack shit from I mean I'm a tiny YouTuber, so I can't really I have nothing to compare to really, but for building real relationships with creators and artists and chats like this, that's what's really cool about fucking live streaming is building connections and stuff. Like Zenbuild and Tilda, they're both YouTubers and stuff, and I've gotten to know them via YouTube and live streaming and stuff, and as a result I've also like learned so much more about fucking music and music production and like microtonal theory and stuff like that. If anyone's interested in microtonal theory and they happen to stay up at fucking 4 in the morning Pacific time, you should check out Zenbuild's stream. He does microtonal stuff like every single night. I've learned so much just by being proxy in that kind of community. It's pretty motivating. Yeah. Yeah, we spent all our money on stupid VSTs. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, check out Zenbuild stuff. He's a good egg. let's get a phaser. Let's get a phaser flanger. Phaser, phalanger. Literally just debating going to bed or learning music theory once and for all while I eat a bag of Doritos. What you got to do is you got to join. You gotta spend all of your all the time you should be asleep reading about microtonal music theory and just perusing and reading about weird ass fucking temperaments with stupid names invented by random people on Discord. It's the dream. It's so fun. Highly advise it. And then eventually you make weird fucking shit like this. Eventually. Okay, maybe no. Let's just turn off the clipping. Oh, it still clips. Okay. Fucking Hoopla's gotten really cool ass sounds out of it. Though he also uses it on like just like monophonic, slowly evolving synthesizers and stuff. It can add a really cool formant sound. But why are you clipping it though, man? Oh, it's the warmth probably. Yeah. Feeling things out. So I mean, I keep saying this over and over again, and I think I'm doing that awful thing where like by talking about how you're gonna do a thing you get dopamine, and so you don't end up doing a thing because you're satisfied just from talking and telling people about doing it. I've been planning for way too long on making like a music theory, tuning theory, microtonal music theory crash course, like little video series thing, just explaining my approach and the order of which I've come to understand like tuning theory and stuff. Because I didn't know any music theory like whatsoever until I want to say literally 1 year ago, and now I feel like I can understand basically any discussion for the most part, unless people are like talking like about like crazy chord progressions and shit. Then I'm like, okay, I don't know off the top of my head what letters correspond to what chords and stuff. But anyways, I'm planning on making a big old tune-in theory thing with the end goal of getting people into microtonal music, because this shit is so cool and so underrated. Not enough people are doing it. And also it relates to other shit. It relates to sound design. It relates to distortion and understanding frequency modulation, FM synthesis, and all that stuff. Do you know what's going on under the hood? Usually doublers. What are doublers? Are also just flangers, I imagine. Well, doublers or flangers, I guess. All that I know. Wait, what's the difference between phasing and flanging? I always confuse. I mean, it's just like delays, and you're just like changing the delay amount, right? It's a flanger. We're gonna find out. Alters the sound signal by introducing a cyclically varying phase shift onto one of the two identical copies. Varying phase shift? Recombining them, wouldn't that just amplitude mod? That would, oh no, phase shift is different. Then it's not polarity inversion. Okay, word. All pass versus high pass. I mean comb. All pass. Wait, you want to know what a comb filter is? Wait, no. You want to know what an all pass filter is? I'm lost. Honestly, I wish I felt stuff out and used less theory. I use, at least for me, I use theory when constructing conceptually the large scale idea of what I want to accomplish. And then, yeah, flangers are comb filters. Okay. That's what I thought they were, and then the description is confusing, but that is effectively what they are. But the way I approach music is I'll conceptually think out and plan like a scale, at least with microtonal music. I'll plan out and figure out what kind of scale I want to go for. And then once I have all the notes and everything set up, there'll be like a few minutes of like setup phase. Then I just scribble notes in and then just find what sounds good to my ear. And then it's just intuition from there. So like there is like a preparation phase where I use theory, I suppose, but then I end up not doing that. Now when it comes to playing piano and stuff, I'm thinking in terms of music theory constantly, but when it comes to like writing notes on a DAW, it's very different. I'm just going by ear. Which I think should be the goal at the end of the day. You should just be checking, you should just use your ear. Does it sound good? Does it not? you know? Oh, phasers all pass. Okay. Microtonal music is also maybe even more intentional. Yeah, there is. You do. So in some tunings, like if you're working like 7 EDO, you can scribble your fucking heart away and not even care, and you're gonna create something that sounds cool because there's not that many notes. You can also kind of do that in 17 EDO. Like I've done cool stuff in 17 EDO, just like understanding like what a perfect fifth is, and just by like stacking a couple fifths, and then like I'll just like write random notes that sound kind of good, and then like try stacking fifths over them or something, and then merging them together and trying to like by ear create chord progressions. You can create cool stuff that way. But when you get to like larger EDOs and stuff like that, then it really becomes necessary to use some theory in terms of, at the very least, figuring out what scales you want to work in. JI is just intonation. It's a tuning system where you're tuning everything exactly to harmonic ratios. So, yeah, it's the overtone series. So in equal temperament, in 12-tone equal temperament, we've divided our octave, which is our 2:1 ratio, which is the distance between the first and the second harmonic. 2:1 means the distance between first and second. 3:2 is the distance between the third and the second harmonic, right? When you temper or divide an interval evenly into a certain number of steps, yeah, that's the term EDO, is division of the scale. 12-tone equal temperament, or 12 EDO, you divide your octave into 12 steps. When you do that, you get close approximations for other intervals. So you get close approximation for a perfect fifth, which is a 3/2 ratio. But it's not exact. It's not exactly in tune. So the actual 100% in tune perfect fifth is at 702 cents, whereas the actual perfect fifth that we have in 12-tone equal temperament is 700 cents. So when you play them together, there's this very subtle phasing effect that happens from harmonics that are ever so that are when both notes are playing at the same time, some of the harmonics are overlaying each other, but they're phasing because they're slightly out of tune. Anyways, the point being, we approach and hear harmony as tempered or approximations of just intonation. So if you understand how just intonation works, then you can realize that we're using temperaments or equal divisions of an octave to approximate that. Then you can start creating like shapes out of these different intervals, and it gives you a lens to understand that. And then from there, you can take that lens and apply it to literally any tuning, any division of an octave. Now, in some tunings, it starts to fall apart a little bit. So in 23 EDO, which is the tuning of the century, the best, you have terrible approximations of all of the important intervals. So you kind of need to stop thinking in terms of just intonation, which I guess that's kind of a more advanced topic, because the main approach, if you want to learn microtonal stuff, is understand just intonation, understand temperament, and then understand scale construction. You don't even really need temperament stuff, but just intonation, where that all comes from, and then how different temperaments represent just intonation, and then scale construction. And once you have scale, like all you really need is a scale. You know, if you have a 7-note scale, you can just draw within the 7 notes, and you're gonna find something that sounds fucking cool. But yeah, so what I find so just intonation doesn't just necessarily apply to tuning, but it also applies to sound design and whatnot. So for instance, if you're using like operator, right, you want to make a big old chunky bass sound, right? This course here, this is what harmonic is playing, right? So if we go bam, make a big old thing, right? You can change. That is the, you know, that's the harmonic series. It has like a really recognizable sound. Right? Now, if you were to play, like we can set this to parallel mode so that both of these oscillators are playing in parallel. You can play like a 7 against 9. This is the 7th and 9th harmonic playing together of like a lower fundamental, right? You can like play that really low, and then you can like distort it. You can start getting really interesting overtonal characteristics. Because if you think about it, these two notes playing together, as I said before, they're the 7th and 9th harmonic of a waveform that is at the first harmonic, right? So when it's really low, that means the real fundamental is extremely low, infrasound, at audio, at like rhythmic rate. So when I saturate this, you hear this very loud, obvious beating at like, I don't know, it's like 10 hertz or 8 hertz or whatever. It's happening like 8 times a second. These principles apply to all sorts of shit. So this sounds a lot more smooth or stable or whatever, but it's still a little bit unstable, and it still has this like regular beating sound because it's rhythmic, because the true fundamental of the 7th and 13th harmonic here are really low. So you can do this kind of shit, this kind of approach, understanding, you're basically just understanding the harmonic series. Yeah, and yeah, there's been a ton of chatting, and I've been rambling, and probably not. I'm sure the chat is way ahead of me in terms of what I'm rambling about. It's kind of a hard subject to like, yeah, properly articulate in like an easy way. But basically, you're just by using smooth exact ratios, you're rebuilding other sound waves. You know, if you were to play a wave at 200 hertz and another wave at 300 hertz, then all of those harmonics will add together in such a way where it constructs a wave at 100 hertz that's below it. You know, it's all about the harmonic series. Yeah, and the harmonic series is very important for sound design because any waveform is composed of harmonics. So you could think about chords, for instance, like a major chord. We're in 23 notes per octave. It's fucked. A major chord, which consists of a 5/4 ratio to the major third and a 3/2, right? I feel like it would benefit from that. That's also why it's very frustrating. I've tried multiple times trying to like craft a video, and I'm just not happy with how I'm articulating it exactly. But I think that's just because it needs animations or something. It's annoying. So if you play like a major chord, it's a 4/5/6 ratio. Those three intervals, the C, E, and G or whatever, makes 4, 5, and 6. Those are the 4th, 5th, and 6th harmonics of something below it. When you play a major chord, you're actually constructing a note that is 2 octaves below the 4. It implies a new fundamental. Yeah, you're rebuilding from scratch. You're rebuilding another note. It's super fucking cool. So that's what chords are. Chords are just when you add a bunch of notes to create another complex note. Yep. Yeah. No, I've already looked into the 3 Blue 1 Brown Python library. There's someone else in the Zen Harmonic Alliance Discord who was like already made a couple animations for a thing. I don't know how that went, but let's look at Terry Riley Celestial Valley. So when things aren't in tune, they get kind of shimmery, I suppose. Like if you're playing a chord that's in 12-tone equal temperament, it doesn't exactly sound like one single note. But if you're playing in just intonation where everything's tuned exactly, you'll hear that lower note like audibly 100% get reconstructed. When things are tempered, then it starts to get this like shimmery, phasey effect as all the harmonics are like interfering with each other and pulsing and whatnot. So that's why like these chords, you know, like buzz or whatever. Or not buzz, but you know, they sound shimmery. In just intonation, they buzz. And so it's also a sound you can learn to recognize. Like, it took me a while, but now I can like Just Intonation has its own very particular sound. I like to describe it as like, it sounds kind of like biblically accurate angels. It feels like you're like listening to the sound, like it sounds holy. You're like listening to the universe, you know? Anyways, there's portions in this where he's gonna play really complex chords with high frequency notes, and it's gonna create a sub bass at like, you know, super fucking low. It's very obvious. I'll skip through. Yeah, it's right here. Your homework is to listen to this at some point. Fucking insane. Yeah, chat do be getting confusing. Yeah, playing with JI, I don't really know too much. If you're in Ableton, you can like load in a JI scale. If you're using like microtuner, honestly, I've been working on this project file for long enough. We'll open a new thing. If you're in like microtuner or whatever, you can just like load a JI scale. You can see the implied note. Yeah, also if you distort, this is something Tilda pointed out to me. So when you distort sounds, yeah, no, that whole album is really good. There's actually an entire Terry Riley live, I think it's, yeah, this shit go crazy. Get like super fucking stoned and then just like listen to this in the middle of the night. Transcendental. Insane. It's fucking nuts. He's just playing on a keyboard the whole time. It's fucking nuts. It's insane, dude. He's so good. He's so good. That dude also like helped fucking invent like electronic music. Did I not load a new project file? Come on. Learn just how to import, scale, or tune file into Synth Vital and try out different JI scales. Yeah, at the end of the day, like ultimately you're just using your ear. I would I don't know, there's a bunch of different approaches. There's a million different ways to approach microtonality. But just like, yeah, figuring out how to load a tuning and then just like throw a thing in, throw 17 notes per octave, scribble, try to find something, or throw in a JI scale. You can get really cool stuff. All right, let me take a gander through the chat and see if I missed anything crazy. I definitely did not read like 80% of what's been talked about in the past like 10 minutes because there's so much shit. Oh god. Harmonic series, stop spinning usable. Well, you kind of like high integer or high prime ratios are kind of weird, but you can use really high ratios in really interesting ways if you have the right context set up. I was talking about this earlier. This video here by Cam Taylor, this dude is playing. It's an hour long fucking, he's just walking through how he understands and plays through 53 notes per octave on a Lumitone. I don't know Mick Gordon, no. And 53 notes per octave is basically just intonation. It's so accurate, and you have the ability to transpose freely to other keys or whatever because it's equal everywhere. In just intonation, you can't transpose, right? That's the limitation of JI. But 53 is so accurate for the 5 limit, and it's still pretty accurate for the 7th harmonic. That and by 5 limit I mean it's accurate for the 3rd harmonic and the 5th harmonic. So you divide per octave, right? So the 2nd harmonic is 100% in tune every time. Your 3rd harmonic, if it's really highly accurate, that means 3 times 3 is 9. That means all intervals involving 9 are also really inaccurate. So 9 over 8 is super highly accurate. 18, whatever, 27 are all going to be extremely accurate. And then if 5 is also accurate, then any intervals that come up that involve 5 as well as 3. So all combinations of numbers that you can create from the prime numbers 5 and 3 and 2 are all going to sound extremely in tune. And that's what this is. So he basically explains how just intonation works, and he'll play intervals that are like crazy complex. He'll play like 27 over, I don't know, 25, right? And it'll sound like shit, but then he'll play just the right beautiful chord underneath it, and then you hear the harmonics like locking into place as he's constructing this giant like fucking thing. Mick Gordon, electronic metal. I don't really listen to fucking not electronic music. Oh wait, but I'm gonna link this. You kind of need to know what JI is, and you kind of need to know what commas are, and you kind of need to know like what a Lumitone is. Just it's just, yeah. But regardless, this shit is fascinating. Yeah. It's good. Okay, who the fuck is Mick Gordon? Mick Gordon. Is he the dude who made the Doom soundtrack? I think I watched him like explain how he made it at some point. Yeah, I did see this. Okay. Okay. But let's grab a wavetable. Let's take a micro tuner. Let's put this thing here. And then let's so we got, oh god, why is it so, Jesus Christ, help me. Here. Bam. So right? This is a major chord. It's wobbling a little bit. If you listen closely, there's this beating sound, right? If you use microtuner, you can make it perfectly in tune. It is no longer wobbling. Without it, that's the difference between something that isn't in tune and something that is. When it's out of tune, it gets really shimmery, which is a sound in of itself. Doesn't sound bad. Doesn't sound good necessarily, just it is a sound. This is when it's 100% in tune. A bunch of different cultures around the world tune adjust intonation. Indian classical music is tune adjust intonation. When are you going to read the Bible? Never, because that shit's made up. Right? So all of these are just tuned exactly to different low harmonic ratios, right? Now, if I am playing some low note here, and then here, I'll load another wavetable. Wavetable? In the Bible in the shed. And I'll move this guy 2 octaves below. I'll make it super harmonically rich. Notice where all of these, I'll move this over here. Notice where all these harmonics are. It's the 4th, 5th, and 6th harmonic of this, right? In fact, the 4th harmonic, the 2nd harmonic of the 4th harmonic is going to be 8, right? The 3rd harmonic of the 4th harmonic is going to be 12, right? In reference to this guy. All of the harmonics generated from these 3 notes are also contained in this note here. You're literally building the note again. So what happens when, let's say you're playing a chord and then you add a 7th, a minor 7th over it. You're changing everything all of a sudden. You're no longer playing this note here. You're actually playing a different note. And so there's this shift in like your perception. You're constructing this lower note. And then all of a sudden you're constructing a different note, much lower, that has a different timbre, right? ChatGPT can make Scala files, really bad at it. Rat tuning, yes. Yeah, I would just not use ChatGPT. Just use Savish's Scale Workshop. It's really easy. Well, I guess if you want to make like JI scales, you have to know a little bit. But yeah, you just go savish.com/scale workshop, right? You go to this thing, new scale. If you want an equal temperament, you just click equal temperament. You go, I want that many notes per octave, and then it sets it up for you, and then you just go down, you print out a Scala file. If you're in Ableton, you can do a .ascl, you can put it directly into Ableton. It's really powerful. So anyways, chord progressions, and the way that we interpret like where the tonic is, the way I think about the tonic is where is this fundamental that's below? What is that pitch there? Right? Which comes from what all the other intervals are. And what you crush that bag of Doritos, fuck yeah. I want to eat popcorn so bad. Oh, I want popcorn. There's a ton of tunings just built in. You can do whatever EDO you want. Oh, Will Sonic, right? So when you're playing like a chord progression or something, right? Doing some shit like, I don't know, like that, right? And then we'll do something like like that. You're changing, when you're doing this, you're changing what the implied underneath note is, and it's evolving, right? So depending on like what the tonality is, or like where the where the tonic is, this will suggest the tonic is somewhere, I don't know, is like underneath a D, right? I guess it's a D minor chord. It'll suggest that it's under here. And then when I play whatever this chord is, G major, it's going to say, no, it actually has to be a note. Well, one, it could just switch directly to G or whatever, but also it could just be something that includes both D minor and G major. And so your perception of like what the tonic is, or the note or whatever, changes. So you're basically like surprising and slowly unveiling and closing up your perception of what this lower underneath like tonic is. It's akin to, it's the same thing as like drum measures and BPM, because, you know, if you have like just a constant rhythmic pulse, right? Because as you should know, harmony, or, you know, melody or notes or whatever, pitch is just sped up rhythm, right? I just give me something, a tambourine. So, you know, if you have something like this, you know, eventually you're like, okay, you're kind of figuring out, you have an idea of what this is, right? What the BPM is. Now it's a little bit different. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It feels totally different versus, right? It's the same exact thing, but for pitch. It's just that pitch is like more complex and difficult to understand, because it happens really fast and it's unintuitive. Notice this actually when I'm playing bass with someone on the piano, play the wrong root note when they play more complex extended chords because I'm perceiving differently. Yeah, there's this really cool thing that happens sometimes where there is just like a single repeated melody or note that just happens over and over and over again, right? Like if we go, how that sounds, it sounds different depending on what the other notes are being played, because everything is in relation to the lower thing. And you can think about it all in just terms of like harmonics and what lower note that they're painting, right? It is neat. Is that going through? I hope that's going through. Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. Okay, I think I'm probably about done with streaming. I've been yapping a lot. I'm dehydrated. It's been like almost 4 hours. We made super cool progress on that song. I got to yap about microtonal theory. If you are mathematically inclined at all, it does not actually require that much mathematics at all. You just have to be willing to look at some numbers. What is it? Guide. Where's the fucking... It's Dave and something? This here. I would recommend... Where the fuck? Give me just the main page, man. Okay. This here. This will prime you perfectly for kind of understanding everything. When you see people talking about crazy shit and you're just like, this looks like they're just making up words. I mean, they probably are. That'll still happen, and that never will stop happening as you're learning this. But I would recommend that you read these two things. Just the very first 2 chapters. Everything past that point is not really necessary at all to make music. But these first 2, I think for me personally, and maybe, I mean, I'm a math major. I'm very mathematically inclined. I like math. I like numbers. This made me understand just intonation and how EDOs and temperaments directly map to, like, just the direct relationship that temperaments have with just intonation, and how you can frame everything in terms of just intonation or approximations of it, and what, like, all of tuning theory is just like what happens when you approximate shit, right? This made all of it click in a way that nothing else ever did. I was so confused until I read this, and this like made everything make sense. And like, it doesn't use that much math. Like, you just have to, like, you don't need to calculate anything. They're going to explain how some math shit works. They'll maybe show you a couple of calculations. You don't need to know any of it. You just need to know conceptually that's there in the background. But at the very least, like the very first chapter, the introduction, involves no math. You should just read that. It just goes through like a step-by-step of like, what's the point of all this? I mean, it explains what commas are in like a very intuitive, beautiful way. It explains what temperaments are, even though you're probably never going to use commas and tempering unless you're going into JI. Kyle Gann for the noobs. Kyle Gann? Wait, what? Does he have like a giant like guide or something? Consumer guide. What? Oh, this looks heady as fuck. What? No, no. So mathematics is more than arithmetic. So when you're in high school and middle school, and basically up until you graduate high school, all you're doing is arithmetic. And arithmetic can be hard, and it's a muscle that you have to train over and over and over again. But mathematics is more than that. Arithmetic is basically learning grammar. Mathematics is putting words together. Mathematics is speaking sentences. Just intonation. Have I seen this before? I don't think I've seen this before. Oh, maybe this is good. It's pretty short and has audio examples. Okay, I'll link this too. All right, Lee. It doesn't. I don't know if you're trolling. No, those are your only messages. Hold on. Channel activity. He's literally just typing about the Bible. Put you in a timeout for 24 hours. I won't permaban you because maybe you're trolling, but it's annoying. Is it a good website for beginners? Scale workshop, blah, blah, blah. But like, can I import tuning files? Scale workshop, yeah, scale workshop probably can do what you want. Anyways, for me personally, this thing, the first 2 chapters helped me a lot. But you have to keep in mind you don't need to know everything, and some of it is irrelevant. This thing's probably good. This Kyle Gann thing's probably really good. Anyways, I think you have enough resources. The dude loves the Bible. Yeah, what can you say? He's got a favorite book. Oh, all right. Bible, fire emojis. Okay. I'm gonna stop streaming now. Thanks everyone for hanging out and chatting and whatnot. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something, feeling inspired. Yeah, go check out Zenpild's stream. He'll probably stream in like a couple hours if he is tonight or now. I don't know. Maybe this will be his motivation to start streaming at a reasonable goddamn hour. Yeah. I'm wearing sick as fuck. Thanks. It's got a bunch of fucking shapes on it, man. We got all sorts of polyhedra. Platonic solids. There we go. And you can map. Oh, not tonight. Boo. Oh yeah, you don't do Fridays. After all the ways I gassed you up, you're gonna do me like that. Too many beers in. Oh, that'd be perfect. Well, you gotta play Metroid at least. You're on next time. Hell yeah. All right. I'm done. All right, I'm out. Take care, y'all. Love y'all. Take care.